Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Today's topic, as you can see in the thumbnail, is age gap dating. On the thumbnail, you have a picture there of a pastor from, I think, Iowa, Bishop Dwight Reed. 63 years old, is married to an 18-year-old, and we're going to discuss is this appropriate, your thoughts on this particular matter, and yeah, get your thoughts on the age gap dating. It's not widespread, but it does happen in society. It's always happened in society to various degrees. But that's the discussion of today. I'm waiting for people to arrive, and it's typical every time we film. I'm gonna be setting up, going back and forth, and we'll get things started. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for your overall support, like always, and get this thing rocking. Let me share this link. All right, I'll be back and forth. you're a first-time viewer of the channel, we drop content. At least we try to be consistent every Sunday, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. And now every other Monday is Mindful Minutes with D at 9 a.m. Once again, that's every Sunday and every Wednesday at 2 p.m. and every other Monday, 9 a.m. Mindful Minutes with D. Also be on the lookout. We're going to start doing some live streaming on site. I would say crashing, but we're just going to show it to establishments here locally to further highlight and promote our people. So be on the lookout for our team and just our faces, because you start seeing us on location, just getting an inside look to whatever establishment we're at. It could be a restaurant, it could be a boutique, it could be whatever they have going on. We highlight the overall owners and, of course, the establishment itself, the inner workings of the establishment, and then give our own opinion. As far as if it's food, we'll review the food. We will review the food. Give y'all our opinions regarding, if it's good, and hopefully, we're not saying anything bad about people's establishment. We try not to, obviously. It's not our goal to bash someone. But 501 Witty Uncut is coming to a location near you for our local people here in Arkansas. I can delete this. I can delete that. Delete that. Delete that yet. Let's get deleted. All right. Save that battery. see if I can find something to play in relation to this topic. I'm gonna go and say fair use right now, so we won't be partially blocked or copywritten. So let me go back to this. Let's see here. I'm gonna play the audio in the background so you guys can hear it. The pastor that kind of sparked this particular discussion, he was in front of this congregation, and he had some not necessarily some kickback regarding the criticisms that he was finding himself to be involved in. One second. All right. Let's see if I can find the clip. We're getting there. That's the show. Here we go. I think this is, we'll go here. Fair use. It's not too loud. I hope you can hear it clear. Like I said, this is the pastor. Let me pause this real quick. This is the pastor himself. I'm assuming one of the many sermons or whatever this may be. Anyway, this is him.
All right, amen. Y'all act like y'all ain't in church today. I know we had a long conference, but every chance you get, you ought to come in here and give God some glory.
Pause again. Fair use.
Has God done anything for you? Come on and tell him thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Been so good to us. I said he's been so good to us. I don't care what kind of storm you in right now, God is all right. I said God is all right anyhow. You can't let the devil steal your joy. Tell him I got joy anyhow.
So once again, fair use. Fair use.
Y'all know how to praise God in spite of. And every time you come to church, man, you got to give God some glory. Because he's been so good. He's been so gracious unto us. Today is a special day. It is my father's birthday.
All right, we're going to fast forward.
And I shouldn't say my. And you are not going to destroy this church. You may not understand that if God hadn't have brought me here, everything that my mother and father built would have closed down. The school would not be in.
Fast forward.
The studio payroll is $16,000 a month.
money was another issue in the church. We won't go into that detail right now.
They're talking about a money scheme. Where is it at?
Here we go.
And then we got a preacher down in Houston running his mouth as a homosexual. Oh yeah, let me just get on out here now. Why is he talking about that? Why is he talking about same-sex marriage?
So now he's, of course, defending his position or his decision. But he
The
kind of,
Bible says that marriage is honorable.
I let him do talking.
So, if you let the devil trick you, and then somebody talking about they agree because they was molested as a child. I didn't molest you. How you think all these kids love me? I am a protector of children. So everybody that's connected, they know the truth. You think we have all these folks sitting up in the church? So all these folks gonna sit up here in the church and know and still stay here, you alive on the pits of hell.
Very used.
So today, we're going to show a video of my father. He's going to preach today. And then we're going next door and we're going to have...
Let's have to find a spot where you just specifically addressed.
About the fella down in Houston running his mouth. And they say, Bishop, and I don't even know these folks. Here, put this out there on him. I said, no, I ain't going to do it. But I got to say this little something here today. So y'all can calm down. Because y'all want to get out the gate. So I don't want y'all to get out the gate. Let me just sprinkle this and move on. But don't let the devil fool you now. And I wish some of y'all would mess with my wife, Jordan. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her.
Now here we go. He's about to address the controversy. Very used.
Well, you will see me on the news. Let me just tell you that right now. Talking about what you gonna do if you see her. You better walk by and say, praise the Lord. That's what you better do. Because that's my wife. And she grown. She didn't need nobody to sign no paperwork for her. Now, if this was out in the streets, I'll be saying she made a come up. But you a hypocrite. Bible says marriage is honorable. And the Bible says when you find a wife, you find favor with God. Honey, I found some favor with God. And we sleeping good at night. Ain't nobody up all night worrying about all these crooks. But I felt I need to say that because somebody talking about what they're going to do if they see you. I'm telling you now, don't let the devil fool you. Because I ain't the one to play with. I get on the other side here. Wish you would. Yeah, you mean the pastor? Yeah, me. It's just too far. It's too far. You start threatening bodily harm, that's a problem. And please don't come over here because everybody in here is packing over here. Please don't come over here showing up. I'm asking you nicely as I know how.
So the pastor is saying, come over here where he at. Cause they got them guns and them things too. Ready for whatever you gotta bring. You got something to match what you gonna bring too.
Had to get that off because see y'all, you start talking about you talking about you gonna do something when you see her. Well, you done went too far now. You done went too far. And I want you to know you didn't go too far. Because I ain't gonna do no whole lot of talking. But I'm gonna send a warning out there. Don't you put your hands or try to put your hands on that lady right there. And they got this lie out that my father was forcing folk to get married. You are a lie. You jumped up in front of the church when you asked who wanted to get married, and you jumped up. You could have said no.
All right.
Like a whole lot of other folk did.
I think he's kind of done speaking on his actual particular matter. But yeah. For those who think it's a bit too much, please let us know in the comments as we get ready to record here. Yeah, give us your thoughts. Appropriate, disgusting, disturbing. You agree with it? Hey, they both grown. Grown folks, hey, stay out of their business. Let us know.
Yep.
Yep.
Right. He was like, you didn't even validate my feelings. So validating your feelings would mean I'm telling the truth. Oh no, it's all right. But let me call you because I made it to the podcast. All right. Now I am. All right. Hey, who were you? My bad. I had.
I'm trying to see if JD was showing up with everybody else. So Tanya had something that took place, and then Kalondra said she said. So it looked like this probably gonna be me and you.
Okay.
And we'll knock this out. because I can't get the ladies down, so I would like to get recorded because there's no other ladies here.
Okay.
You want some water, cheese?
Oh no, I need something to drink. Last night, this morning.
Already. Oh, Mike.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. This one right here gonna make your jaw hit the floor.
Yeah, I'll give you a glass too.
Woo. This shit gonna make your jaw hit the floor. Oh God.
You want to kill this one?
What's that?
It's sweet. Some sweet.
Well, even some weird people out here. I just need you to know that.
Well, we'll talk about that off mic.
Yeah.
What do you got going on? I'm gonna send it in the group chat. Saturday. This Saturday. I don't think anyone's but yeah.
I know. This Saturday. Ah, shit, I don't have my appointment booked. What time Saturday?
I'm gonna try to shoot between the hours of 2:30 and 4:30. Cause I'm trying to do that first show for someone's like location of Pop and Witty.
I'm gonna tell my son to look at my appointment book.
All right, resident secretary.
Hey, go. You sit in the bathroom. Okay, when you get out the bathroom, take a picture of my June appointment book and send it to me, okay? Yeah, just take a picture of the whole thing and just send it to me. Okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, I'm telling you, when I tell you this shit, you go feel it. Oh, I want to tell you so bad.
Oh, we'll talk. You know, that live.
I know. Oh, let me step this way and take a breathe.
Okay, it must be pretty bad or pretty good. I don't know.
It's bad.
Like say.
So, no, I'm gonna ask you, what's the topic of that? That's what I'm gonna ask you.
You look at the links.
Oh, I didn't.
It's age gap dating. So that this pastor right here.
I did see the link.
You know about his story?
Talking about that man that married that young
18-year-old lady.
Talking about them from a while back.
Yeah, this guy here.
Yeah. And she was, yeah. Oh my God. So ironic.
So we're gonna just have a discussion regarding that age gap dating, and also just hey, if you think it's appropriate, your thoughts on that particular scenario, circumstance. Because I just heard about it. So
yeah, that's old. Cause he was her stepdad or something and talking to mama. At the same story.
No,
this is new.
This is different. No,
this
that's
is
different. I just think that.
Okay, this is new.
Yeah.
Okay.
To my knowledge, now this is a pastor in Iowa, Bishop Dwight Reed. He received some criticism because he married an 18-year-old woman. I keep saying girl.
She is a girl.
But we had a discussion. We had a discussion.
She's a girl because she just became
so
semi-legal adult.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a discussion. See, the appropriate time, age, all that stuff. Just give your thoughts. And I was really hoping that other ladies would be here so we can get more perspectives. Because
what happened this morning is the reason why I'm running late because I actually was up early enough. But
it's okay. You here? We'll knock it out. We'll get to the point where it ain't too bad. It's not like you came at 12 o'clock. It's not that bad. So I mean, you're here. I just like to get set up and get going so we can rock it on out. I want to respect people's time and all that bullshit. All right. So what I'm probably realign the schedule between me and you. I'm gonna strike one of these chairs. How about this? I'm gonna get you over. I'm gonna sit you a drink because I'm gonna let you take advantage of staying here. Get you all the way over. For you gents and ladies out there, if you're watching this behind the scenes live stream, just say subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for watching. Once again, we're talking about age gap dating. I kind of played the audio of the pastor. I spoke about Bishop Dwight Reed, who is 63 years old, and of course he's married an 18-year-old. Yeah, she's a woman. However, like I said, we'll give our opinion on that here shortly. I'm going to strike this mic so we don't have too much audio overbearing. No, do not look at the lights. Lights coming on striking. We'll try to sound us real quick. You're pretty heavy over there. Oh my goodness. What a night or a weekend or whatever. Say that. We'll get that. All right, make sure we're good line centered. I ain't hear nothing back from JD, so we'll get started here. Do this camera in closer. I didn't see the scene entirely, but I did see you on camera, Ryan Barnes stuff.
Oh, you did?
We had a meeting yesterday. Well, we had a conversation. We were doing something for someone else, T-Bears and this stuff, mostly yesterday. And I got a chance to see some quick dailies. I told him I didn't want to see too much because I wanted to take it all in when he releases it for the public. But seeing my people doing their thing in those different mediums, pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And I did not know it was going to be where it's going to be, but I still thought it was cool that I had opportunity to have a role. Mm-hmm. And even though I had words, I gave expression and body language and my expression. Yeah.
You Calandra, where JD had his scenes.
Yeah, I was a reception. Yeah. I think I did good. I think I gave reception. I think I was dressed good like a reception.
Right there. Promote yourself to the people down the line,
Hello, people. I am Mo So. You guys can follow me on. I'm Mo. You guys can follow me on TikTok at MoSo82. You can follow me on Instagram at MoSo_82. And if you are looking to get locked and loaded, you can find me on Facebook at my business page at Locks Dress and Things LLC, where I am also proud to make your nappy so happy. Go like and follow my page. Yeah, that's it. I'm pretty sure the links will be in the description. But yeah, that's where we at. We'll be getting started in a little bit.
Sound check. Go ahead, say something real quick, Mo.
Hello.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
2 1 2. 2 1 2. 1 2 3 4 5 6.
do with my phone? There we go. For our timer. Get in here. Yeah. Nice and bright. Also, sorry for the audio people at the house. All this racket I'm making hitting the stand. Ready?
I was just trying to get used to what it was.
Oh, you talking about that?
No, yeah.
Welcome to the Witty podcast. Light crew today, but of course the ship never stops sailing in the water.
Must go on.
Yeah, no. Shout out to everyone.
We miss y'all.
Of course. So behind the scenes we see this later, and of course whenever you see this when there's air, hey, hope everything goes well for those people taking care of some other things. And shout out to JD, Dorinda. Good luck to the princess of hers. She got some stuff going on. And congratulations up front. Hopefully, get everything you're looking for and take the competition. It's Holmes. We had a conversation. Salute.
We miss y'all.
Yeah, everybody. Calandra, shout out to her. Who else am I missing?
JD.
Of course, JD.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your brother.
It's around.
Yeah, that's your brother. Because according to y'all from the previous podcast, y'all won't fuck with me. If we wasn't doing the podcast, y'all would walk right past.
But I made my justification. We never ran in the same circles. That's why I said I wouldn't fuck with you, not because of who you are. Just I would have never run into you anywhere else.
No, but we did get more clarification. Had you seen me in that said circle or whatever, you probably would just keep going too. Like
but in my defense, I don't really say stuff to people unless they say something to me.
So you're not a people person?
I am a people person, but I don't know. I talk to anybody, so I probably would have talked to you, but that's just me. I don't meet strangers.
Gotcha.
But we're not even. I digress. We're not gonna do that.
I'm just being.
You're my homie.
There we go. My podcast.
Rolling with the homie.
Yes. Hey, how are you overall? Just.
Yes. I am doing wonderful. It is so wonderful when things reveal themselves in an early time. It's wonderful. I'm glad for revealing and things showing their true color.
Yeah, because clarity is a very beautiful thing.
Clarity is a wonderful thing. I feel like this is for me. Clarity is so great.
Yeah, but you need that though, especially at this, and not respectfully, at our advanced stage in life. We have less time to waste.
So clarity is
it's very important. It's paramount because anything you pour yourself into or be a part of, associate yourself with, it's supposed to be a value.
Yes.
If it's not a value, you gotta.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Empty calories.
Right.
What are we really doing?
Because every moment,
it's
every
precious.
minute, every second is precious. Because technically we have gotten to half of our life experience.
No, for real. Because the generation that's ahead of us, that stuff's happening. And then once they're done,
because now 50 is not half of your life expectancy. Sometimes 40.
Especially being black.
Right.
I mean, average age is 60-something years old.
Right. So if people pass away in their 60s and 70s, I'm very proud of my age, and I'm going to be 42 in August. If I don't take care of myself, I got another maybe 20, 25 years to live my life. And in this perspective of where I am, 25 years is not a long time. It's going to go like that.
Because real quick, and we'll get to the topic. I'm here with my sister, so we're going to be here not too long, but we're going to be here for a minute. The time has passed. Even myself being 40, I do think back damn, I've been out of high school 20-something years.
Yeah.
However, it felt like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
I still have vivid memories of even my elementary years.
Yep.
And how much fun I had because childhood was good. I had a good childhood.
Right.
there was things that took place, but for the most part, I had a great, entertaining, fun elementary years. Junior high was junior high, but I enjoyed it for the most part.
Right.
Because you just meeting different people, you start to go through puberty and all that bullshit, seeing girls in a different light, start getting interested in, of course, girls, and start having girlfriends, or you just start learning things, even yourself as your body, whatever. High school to me was fun as fuck.
Right.
I was never the person that was bullied. That does happen. I've seen it happen. I didn't participate myself, but because no one really, even I was this size.
Right.
I was like 135, 140 in high school. I was skinny as fuck. However, I was respected, and also I was so cool with everyone. Like I could fit in with back then it was called the jocks.
Yeah.
You had the plastics with the girls who just high on themselves. They wore what they wore. They thought they were better than everyone, but I was cool with it. If I wanted to mingle with them, I could.
Yeah.
The geeks. I was cool with the geeks. Right. I was in band myself, so I just got in great shape with everybody.
Right.
So I had a good time. But to think about those times, it was just yesterday.
And not even that, it's just the fact my last son is going to high school. And I realized when my first son went to high school, these 4 years are going to fly by. So if technically, I, in my mind, envision that I would live to close to 100, but we don't know. So knowing that now that he's finna go to high school, these 4 years is finna fly by because I've only been in Arkansas 6 years, and in these 6 years, my daughter has graduated from high school, and it seems like it was a blur. So knowing that these next 4 years is gonna fly by, that's 4 more years out of my life. Which is I'll be 48.
But you be there.
I'll be 48.
Round it up.
Okay, round it up, whatever. I'm glad to be 50.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people fight from age. I don't fight age because I realize as I get older, I am learning more, and I'm learning to not take so much stuff to heart. Okay. Because what I'm learning is when people feel some type of way, and if that is not who I am, I don't get offended. Gotcha. I'm not going to get offended. I'm not going to try to get you to change your perspective of how you see me, because that's the one thing when a person sees you a certain type of way, no matter what you have given them, one thing can make them portray you, see you somebody else. And if I'm not that type of person, I'm not going to try to defend myself. In the words of Madea, it ain't what they call you, is what you answer to. Okay. So it's like in my time, I realized if I've stood in my truth, yes, and I am being honest, and you still tell me I'm a liar, and I'll be that liar to you. I'm not going to waste my energy trying to defend myself, and there's nothing to defend, because what am I defending? I can't sit here and say you're right when I haven't done anything. Do I understand where it's coming from? Yes. Can I, empathize? Yes. But for you to tell me that I have to say what you want me to say just to make you feel better, and that's not the truth, it lets me know it has more to do with you and not me. A lot of protection for you. Maybe what I did triggered something in your past. Yeah. But that still has nothing to do with me, because I didn't know you in your past, and unfortunately, whatever situation triggered, but you will not get me to be something I'm not. Yeah. If I don't, everybody knows me, I'm not a liar. A lot of bill collectors. And I'm very transparent with who I am. Yeah. Like, I'm not ashamed of anything. You definitely, just sorry to cut you off. This is a very little time period compared to time that I've known you. You definitely, you're outward as far as your, not necessarily your emotions, but your character. Yeah. And it's well received by, of course, people that we've been on the panel with. You're easygoing. Like, I don't really see too much reason that you ever be a conflict. Like, with me, is what you see is what you get. I am this person no matter what situation I am. Now, granted, I am me, where I can be professional, but the core value of me is who I am. I do not switch it up. I might switch it up where I don't curse. Yeah. And I might switch it up where I'm not playing when I'm being receptive, but who I am, my core value of that person, that what you see, this is me in every respect. Has that been you, like, since you've known yourself to who you are? No, I had to get to this point where I was comfortable with myself. And unfortunately, through losing my mom 6 years ago, this is how I got here, where I realized life was too short, because my mom was only 53 when she passed away. And it was like a light went out. 53 was not old. 53, not old. That's not old at all. And that's when I realized that I have to stand in my truth and I have to be myself. And most time, everybody is receiving of me, but I also understand that some people who are not comfortable with standing in their truth and being themselves will see me as an issue, because I'm comfortable with who I am at whatever aspect it is.
And that definitely comes off as when someone, so you're comfortable because you know who you are.
I know who I am.
When this person up here does not know, they don't have, it makes them uneasy because they're not confident in who they are.
Exactly.
And they do project on you, or just in this particular example, anybody.
Exactly. And I get what people are doing, but being the fact I'm comfortable with myself, I help people talk about the fact of how I dress, or wearing bright lipstick, or just having a big personality. I can't help it. That's me. And that's who allows me to be who I am. And because I am genuine, and it's hard to find genuine people, I understand that people see me as a threat because they think I have an ulterior motive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to have an ulterior motive. Either you're going to like me and you're going to understand that I am a genuine person. I have no ulterior motive, and who I am is who I am. Either I like you or I don't. There's no in between. We can be cool, mm-hmm. and we can be cordial. Well, not even cordial, because I don't be cordial to people I like. If I don't like you, I don't talk to you. Yeah. But I'm never a person that if I don't like you, I will never be mean to you. Yeah. I will never talk about you. I will never do anything to hurt you, because I know I don't have to like you, yeah. but I don't have to be mean to you.
Facts. And good food for thought, ladies and gents at home, if you're watching this, especially like I said, I keep really promoting and pushing this because, man, life goes like that. Yes. And you got to really just attempt to pour into the right things, bring things of value to your life, and like not waste too much time. Because like I do for JD,
and that's what I do. Like,
do not waste time.
Honestly, it's like when I've given, and that's why no matter what type of relationship was, it's emotional, mm-hmm. relation, friendship, I be the person that a person needs. Mm-hmm. So if you don't receive what I'm giving, I don't get offended. Gotcha. I realize that you're not in that point in your life where you are ready to receive a person like me. Gotcha. And I move away from you and go on and find people that are ready to receive people like me to help them grow. Because I feel like I'm a person that help people grow and help people get comfortable in their skin.
And I think that's a good thing. So, and not just you, but I think it's a very important part of the societal thing, and also community, to have people like yourself, because I say all the time, we're not meant to be alone for whatever that could be. Right. Relationships, as far as
people need people.
You need, yeah, because you need the community.
Yeah. And
so you're a very important part of that community, because it does help those who need whatever that need is, and hopefully they can flourish themselves. So thank you very much for being yourself. I mean, you've been a positive to this particular network. And like I said, every time you're around, energy is always good. There's no negativity. We jab each other.
Because even when I'm bad, I will always look at the good in every situation.
Well, you said just being here helps you out too.
It does, because it's like it allows me to know that even though I know I have a voice and I've always had a voice, mm-hmm. it shows me that people actually listen to me. Like what I say is value. And I've learned that even in my business, because a lot of my clients are older than me, and a lot of times they listen to me and they take my advice. And it's like, I feel like this is who I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be a person who is transparent.
Yes. Because
transparency is a hard thing for people to do, because they are worried about people judging them. I don't worry about people judging me.
Okay.
I don't. I like, again, like, it is certain people that I kind of timid of, like, because I don't want, like with my kids, but for the most part, I still stand in my truth. Yeah. And as long as I stand in my truth, a lot of times, even when I'm judged, I don't care.
Gotcha. Because
I'll never do anything to hurt anybody. Mm-hmm. And what I do that makes me happy has never caused anybody hurt or anybody. Like, I feel like that's what a lot of things the world is missing. People who who are just being themselves. And when you have people that are being themselves, you have people who have so much to say, that means you're kind of upset or feel some type of way because that person is okay with being themselves.
Yep.
And you want to be there. And instead of just being yourself, you would rather tear down the person who has built up the self-confidence to be confident in themselves.
Yep.
So that's just my little tidbit.
There we go.
It's not what we need regardless, you know.
Yeah, call it with most so. And that's another course in Mo University.
Mo University. We always have a little Mo University. And I feel like because I am like, and we joke about age, but honestly, I am the oldest person up here. But I know I don't act like an old person, but I have a lot of wisdom. Like I'm not closed-minded like most people where I don't feel like I can never learn anything. I don't ever want to stop learning. I don't ever want to stop evolving. But the one thing that I do, every situation I am in, I take that and I apply that to my life and I grow and I run up on people that run into situations that, hey, I've been through something like that. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Let me learn you something.
There you go.
So it's like because of the fact that I don't think I'm perfect, or I don't think because I'm older than you, I know everything. No, I'm older than you and I've been through stuff, but you can know more than I do.
Yeah.
But I might have been through a situation that you're going through, and because I am so transparent and I talk about things, it makes people feel like, it's okay if I'm not going crazy.
There you go.
So yeah.
Speaking of age,
the reason why ain't nobody
oh man, that's
right song, wasn't it?
Oh my
right
goodness.
Song for the situation.
Oh my goodness.
Right song for the topic of a podcast property.
Yeah, look at you, knowing the verticals. So, player. But yes, age cannot be nothing but a number, sure. But in relation to this topic, age gap dating, I want to discuss it. So, one thing that went viral, I don't know how old the actual situation is. I looked at it, it seems to be recent for this particular story. Mm-hmm. Once again, for the behind the scenes, I've talked about this before when we went live, but for you at home, we have a bishop. His name is Dwight Reed in Iowa.
Okay.
He's 63 years old. He recently married his bride. His bride happened to be 18 years old. So that's a pretty significant age gap there.
Very significant age gap.
So we'll touch on this, then we'll speak at large further in the next segment.
Okay.
Let's say Mo is in the church.
Okay.
Sitting in the congregation, ready to receive nurturing word, and you've been going here regularly, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming you will see these things develop.
Yes.
If you're sitting down and you're aware of this particular circumstance, how does Mo perceive? So, as a member of the congregation,
how Mo perceives this as that this man has watched this girl grow up.
Okay.
And that's where the disconnect comes for me. And I think that's where the lines blurs because, again, for one thing, there should be a certain age gap that is inappropriate regardless of whether it's the woman's older or the man is older. Okay. It should be an age gap.
So you don't discriminate?
There's no discrimination.
Universal, gotcha.
Universal.
That's going to be my topic.
Universal. I mean, because women can be pervs too. Yeah. It's just more prominent for men to be pervs because of the fact when a woman is actually grooming a younger boy, he thinks it as a flex. Yeah. So that's why a lot of times it's looked over.
Yes.
So I can use the example of I've been helping raise kids since I was 10. And I've watched kids grow up, and I've had some young men when I was still living in Louisiana because they got a certain age, they tried to approach me. And I told them, baby, I knew you when you were sneaky. You didn't even like her after the first year. Stinky. So there's no way, I don't care because you're grown. There's no way I even see you that way. So I feel like if this young lady was a member of his church.
Or whatever. It's just the fact that.
Well, because we're talking about the church.
Yes, so she may have been
so if she's a member of his church, in my mind, you watched her grow up. Yeah. And I can say from experience, because just like I had some younger men approach me, I've had somebody that watched me grow up. And I think I spoke on this on a podcast that if you watch me grow up, at what point I should never be sexy to you.
Yeah.
You can tell me I'm beautiful. You can tell me I grew up to be a wonderful woman, but it should never be the point where you should want to see me sexually because you knew me when I was like this.
Yeah.
And I think that's weird.
Especially like you knew my parents.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's weird. And being that he's the pastor, and I'm pretty sure she had to be somebody in his church, I feel like he waited until she got 18. And then not only that age gap is too big. What does a 60, how you say what?
Currently 63.
What does a 63-year-old has?
I'm good at math. I like to
having come. Please know the age, because you know if I say it, they'll get on me. What does a 63-year-old and an 18-year-old have?
45
years. That means he was alive before I was alive.
Yeah. I mean,
so what do you got? You guys are in 3-4 generation gap. Y'all have nothing in common. I feel like when a person goes after somebody that young, that's when grooming is a thing.
Definitely.
Because y'all have nothing in common. You have this person, this girl is full of life and full of energy. You are towards the end of your life, and you've probably not taken good care of your life to be in a good quality of life. And again, what is attractive about an 18-year-old? I don't care what her body looks like. You can, again, she's grown.
Yeah.
You can lust after her flesh, but you should never want that to be your life.
Because my next question, so, okay, you understand, you came to the conclusion this is wrong.
Yes.
Now, you're a member of this congregation. You've been there for a while. Let's say your family went to this church growing up. Is Mo going to service the next following Sunday?
No, I'm leaving.
Are you going to like disassociate?
I'm going to move my membership to another church. And actually, I'm probably going to be like, I don't need to go to no more churches because of the simple fact, pastors like him make it hard for people to want to stay in the churches.
Yes.
Because it's, again, the pastors, they harp so much on what the Bible, but you find out that a lot of times these pastors do exactly what they preach so hard on not doing.
Yeah.
Again, nothing against the LGBTQ community, but you have a lot of pastors that's undercover.
Yeah.
You have a lot of pastors that sleep with different church members.
Not facts.
And the fact of the matter is, we know pastors are not perfect people, but you are supposed to be the person who are leading by example. And if I am up under your tutelages and you are not leading me the right way, how can I follow you?
No, and I totally, I'm in agreement.
I will not follow you.
I'm in agreement because I would I was playing the clip earlier and I was fair use, so don't fucking copyright us because you both say fair use. I didn't show any visual, but anyway. There were people in the congregation, still know, they were in support of what he was leading. He led up to it and he started defending his actions. And then, of course, he spoke further after the fact about something else kind of tied to it. But they, no one was walking out. It didn't show them people like this. It was all in agreement, like supporting them.
But see, that's that thing of the blind
leading the blind. Yeah.
Because, again, I understand that people go to church to get guidance. But you can always sit down and read the Bible and ask the Holy Ghost to give you understanding. Like, we really don't need to go to church to get understanding of the word.
I agree.
We do not have to do that. So a lot of times people go to church as a habit. Because when you go in church, you're supposed to come out a different person. But nobody does that. Yeah. So it's like, that's another reason why people are having so much issue with religion, because religion is so whitewashed and emotional washed and people washed. It's not about what it's supposed to do. Like, a church is all about that pastor is trying to just see how rich he can get, because I never understood as a pastor, I know that's your job, but you only work as a pastor on Wednesdays and Sundays. Why don't you have a job outside of that?
Correct. And so I want to go further with those, because I have so much to add to that part of the conversation. I'm going to have, and if we're going to have someone, have you ever met Miss Kim Listen?
Telling that lady that came that day.
Yeah, so
I couldn't make it that day, but I actually watched her podcast.
I'm going to have her back on it. I'm going to have someone else of the cloth or some form of fashion of just I would like to be a reverend or pastor.
And I love having conversations with people
yeah.
that are in the church, and I don't get offended because at one point in time, I did religion for the right reason. Like I went to church, I prayed, I read my Bible, I asked for understanding. I was on the praise and worship team. I was in the choir. I was teaching Bible study. And I'm not a perfect person, but I did it as perfect as humanly possible as me because I am not without fault. Like I have my own faults. So it's like I feel like a lot of people don't understand. They think that a person is not perfect, and the pastor should not be perfect. But the fact that you're marrying an 18-year-old,
it's a little sus. It's not even suspect no more.
It's like now it's like because it's the fact that churches have so much backlash with pedophilia and molestation.
Yeah.
Now it makes you look like what else can happen. Because she's 18. I can even understand if she was 25, even though it's still like but 25, she's been what, an adult, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 6 years. I can maybe now you see her, but the fact that the minute she turned 18, which means
put a ring on the finger.
That means something has been going on before 18.
Because you don't meet someone day one of their 18th birthday and say, hey,
this is not an arranged marriage. Yeah. We don't live in a country where arranged marriage takes place.
Yeah. So we're gonna reset. So people at home, if you're aware of the story, it's out there. So once again, name of the actual Bishop Dwight Reed. You can't miss it. It's out there. Go watch the actual video of him kind of just defending himself as far as the criticism in his church on that day.
Now that you said defending himself, remember I just said if you haven't done anything wrong, why do you feel the need to defend yourself?
Well, I guess in this particular matter, he had to address the matter because there are other congregation things going on and things he said. He came out and just say, I think see online or whatever. But what are your thoughts on this particular matter? And we're gonna
put it in the comments,
please. And if you're in a relationship too, and we'll get to this in the second segment. If there's a huge gap between, if you're the man and you're deep in your 40s or 50s and you have a young lady that you're married to in their 20s or in their early 30s, speak to it. Is the reverse is going on? If you're a woman who are in, 40 and you have your 20-some-year-old young man living your life. Talk about it. Let's have a discussion. Please be respectful. Obviously, we'll be adults about it. And we just want to have this discussion. Is it appropriate? Especially this particular thing. Is it disturbing? If you were a member of that church, would you do what she says, disassociate yourself and remove yourself from the congregation as a whole? We'll be right back to the other side of the studio.
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
Oh, this subject goes right in here, I gotta tell you.
I'm sorry, I'm so interested and I can't wait.
Oh my God. And this is letting me know it's confirmation that I'm not tripping.
We ready to punch back in? Well, we still live. We ready to punch? Okay, we'll get going.
Because I promise you, on this one, I'm going home when I get home. I'm gonna make my son these cupcake pizzas, and I'm going
cupcake pizzas.
Yes, you get
you still owe us.
I know, but I need to know when everybody's gonna be here. Yeah, if y'all let me know when everybody's gonna be here, I'll get up in the morning so it can be fresh and hot and cook it. Because I don't want to cook it the day before and then you have to heat it up. Even though I know you have to heat it up when I cook it, but at least it won't be refrigerated cold. I want y'all to get it while it's fresh. And I want y'all to have fresh lasagna. Maybe put it in the microwave for 30 seconds.
Yeah. Good, very good. Put it back in. I can set it up. We'll be up on the refrigerator. Close this fridge. All right. Push back in. Boom. Get in the seat. Sit my black ass down.
I was, I'm kind of glad and I know you're going to edit this. I'm kind of glad we're not going to let it. I use this part out.
I can start.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we're not having the latest times because what happened?
Yes.
I couldn't, I always have a topic and it's like, like nothing. But I was going to come up with something because I think I'm fly. There was going to be something that was going to be
juicy. If y'all didn't have something, I always got things in my tub that I can spit it out. We are back. Subscribe to the channel. Always thank you for the support. So I looked at the numbers real quick, just do some like stuff. We're over 263,400 views.
We are growing.
We are definitely growing.
So,
granted, some people say that's not a fucking lot.
It is a lot.
So, real quick, this is my analogy to this overall YouTube algorithm space. I say there's 10 levels, right? Level 1 is a YouTube channel that just got started, right? Mm-hmm. Really, very little subscribers. They may have 1 or 2 videos, but they're not consistent.
Right.
But they're still on YouTube, but they're level 1. Level 10, just to give you the parameters, it's like a Joe Rogan. Or even Club Shay Shay now.
Yeah.
When they drop, and within 24 hours, they have at least 1 million views. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it's consistent, especially like Joe Rogan. Yeah. Even the Joe Budden podcast, that's level 10, where there's so much content, and every time they drop, the numbers go up. Right. Even to the point where they even have Patreon levels. So we're like, that'd be awesome to get there one day where, if you're not familiar with Patreon, that's where basically a channel has hidden, not really hidden content, but it's privileged content for those members who subscribe and like will pay an actual fee, a monthly subscription to get access to exclusive content. Okay. And so they have this particular platform where they have different verticals and people are actually paying to get early access to things. So that's level 10. Level 7 is like a channel, let's say a channel has, let's say 700,000 subscribers. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily 1 million, but they still have a good chunk of subscribers, right? And their average clips or videos gain about 30K, maybe 80K per video drop. Mm-hmm. That's like a 7 or 6. Where we're at currently, I would put us like 3, 4.
So I have a question. Not really a question, I have a statement. Go back to sending me the clips so I can save them to my phone and upload them, because I've learned now when I share them, I always get flagged from TikTok, so that's why I only repost them. Okay, and my bad for just dropping the ball in that. That's fine. Just go back to because I got a whole little segment for that, and it's like every time I share them, I always get flagged. It says something about the creative fund and you can't do that. Oh. So go back, and I don't even really, because I'm like, okay, whatever. So just go back to sharing them to me so I can actually add them to my page.
Because like today, I'll be doing some reels for the clips that's dropping here shortly. I got you.
So even go back in the past and send them to me.
I will.
So I can go back and redo them.
I literally did some spring cleaning on my phone because I like to keep. It's once you get so much stuff, you got to keep. I hate that. Yeah. Spend it for every time I look for something. Yeah. But I got you. Yeah. So we're level 3 or 4 where we're over 1,000 subscribers. So we got that particular benchmark that we get, which is one step close to getting monetization. Okay. Averaging about every 48 hours, or we'll say a week, we average about maybe 2,000 to 4,000 views on average.
And that's good for a regular podcast.
No, because
with no famous people.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's good.
No, that's good. So we're growing in the right direction. We're very healthy to where we currently stand. And like I said, especially when we start doing Following Witty Uncut, once again, be on the lookout for that. We'll be going live somewhere in the state of Arkansas where we'll be crashing your business, highlighting your business, the inner workings. And like I said, if there's a food restaurant, we're going to have your food, we're going to review it. We'll give you some good reviews.
And next Saturday, which is Saturday, I don't have one appointment, so yes, I'll be available.
Yeah, so I'll put that in the text thread, and because I would love to have the more the better. I'm just gonna be recording my phone. Of course, I'll pop in and say some shit, but I want y'all to kind of just engage with the establishment. If there's food, we'll get some on the menu. I'm gonna let y'all take your time, give a full review to whatever capacity that may be, and engage with the business. So the first place we're gonna go is a boutique. Y'all be trying clothes and just.
And I think that's the thing about when you're doing like social media. Yeah. I think like the oversaturation of especially like with TikTok, I think when you oversaturate and you become more on feeds and people become more to look forward to you, which allows people to be and they're looking forward to you. So I think the oversaturation, especially when it's genuine and it's not like really scripted, because even though we have a topic up here, we're not scripted. We talked about the topic and now we talking about the podcast. Yeah. So I think that's what a lot of people look for. They look for something that's not scripted.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people, they start off with, are not scripted, and then they feel like they have to be more scripted.
Correct.
And that's what is the disconnect.
And so when it comes to us, I don't want to be that. And then so everyone on the whole panel, I love the fact that we are different as far as personalities. Mm-hmm. But we have, collection and a collective, thought process when it comes to certain topics. And I promote all the time, be yourself. Even when we first met and you start coming on, I said, just be yourself. Say what you're going to say. Be your fucking self.
Yeah.
I like that about everyone that's on the panel. So at home, you see us, food with us, fuck with us.
Yeah.
We want to support. I've always been about supporting black people. I've been consistent in that. That has not changed.
Yeah. You have. I give you that. You have.
Yeah, so we'll be on the lookout for that. But we're doing good. Just a quick transition, get back to the topic. So age gap dating.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, what do you think is a healthy age range if you want to have a gap?
So I think if a person is in their 50s,
okay, 50, man or woman,
I think it's okay, like mid 30s, because at that point you have really tapped into, if you're doing what you're supposed to do as an adult, you tapped into adult and you've matured.
Okay.
Because at 25, that's when your frontal cortex start working.
All right. Science.
Right. So it's like at 25, that's when you start being able to use the rational side of your brain, and you should start being able to be emotionally intelligent. You should start working on yourself.
Yeah.
So like at 35, and this is just from my experience in life, and everybody's different because a lot of people don't get there at that point. But at 35, that's when you should be able to be in a relationship with somebody that's a little bit older, because even though if that person's 55 and you're 35, it's still a big gap. At that point, both of you are mentally adults. And I think that's the thing. It's not, we know she's 18 and she's an adult, but mentally, I think 35 is when, because you went through, now I know I'm an adult. Like, because when you're 18, I'm an adult, but it's still restrictions and you have regulations that you have to follow. Like at 18, you can't buy any tobacco products. You can't drink certain places. You can't go to a casino, which means you still have restrictions on, you're grown, but you still can't do certain things. At 21, you've only been an adult for a few years, but you're still trying to discover who you are. Because at 21, if you took the route at college, you're still in school.
Yes.
So, and you're still dependent on your parent. Like, unless you end up having kids early and having to grow up, technically, you're still dependent on your parent. Most of the time, 21-year-old, they're following the path and don't have kids. Their parents are probably still paying their cell phone and still providing them with finances. Okay, at 25, now you've been on your own for about 6 years. So now you should realize, wait, I am an adult. Okay, it's time to switch it up. At 30s, you realize, oh, I'm 30 years old. It's time to get serious about life. At 35, life should have sunk in and you should have some type of foundation, which now that if somebody's 50, 40, somebody 40 to 50 come talk to you, you should be established in your life. Nobody has their life together. Established means you should have a foundation where you're working a job, you're paying your bills, you're being able to function as a functional adult in this society, because there's no blueprint on how to be an adult, but you should be able to function where you're doing the bare necessities to live. So now at 35, if you have a 40 or a 50-year-old man talk to you, it shouldn't be, oh, let me see if he's going to take care of me. It should actually be about, if I like you and you like me. And 35, I think that's a good age to have this 50-year-old man talk to me, because I am an adult.
Yes.
I've done the work on myself to become a functional adult.
Yes.
Like, but if you're at 35 and still trying to figure out who you are, I don't think mentally you should want to be in a relationship with somebody who's 50, because if you don't know who you are about 35, not saying having your life together, because shit happens in life.
Yes.
Well, life throws you a curveball, but even when life throws you a curveball, you should still know who you are, because you can't control the curveballs life has. You can have a job and make it 6 figures and the company can go down.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean you still don't know who you are.
Correct.
And so at 35, you should know who you are. So if a 50-year-old man comes to you, he shouldn't be able to get you because he can say, I can buy you this, I can buy you this, I can buy you that. That shouldn't be why you should be with him. It should be, how will you treat me? How do you make me feel? How consistent are you? It's not about the money, because just like you make money, I can make money. Yes. Just like if I'm on a downward spiral, you can be on a downward spiral. Money is temporary, but that foundation of how you treat me should be consistent.
Yes.
So at 35, I feel like you should have understand and figured out who you are, that if you decide to date a 50-year-old man, you're dating him because of how he treats you, not because of what he can give to you. Because again, you do have 50-year-old, 40 and 50-year-old men that the first thing they start with is their money and what they can do.
Yeah, a lot of people do leave their money.
And then you get mad when a woman decides, okay, that's what you're leading with. That's what I'm finna drain you of. But again, if you've worked on yourself, it's cool to have a man that is capable to be able to do things to make your life easier. But that shouldn't be the deciding factor on why I'm with you, because that's one of those things when I said that a man should want a woman to want him and not need him, because if you no longer can supply my need, I no longer want you. But if I wanted you because of who you were and who you portrayed and the person you are, who you really are, then wanting you will make me always need you.
There you go.
So yeah, he's trying to manipulate that little girl. And unfortunately, having grown kids, I'm learning when they get a certain age, we as parents, we can tell them what we see going on, but they don't listen. And her mother, unfortunately, because I'm in the seat right now, you have to learn that if you don't want to ruin your relationship with your kids, because they're going to come back around, you have to step back and let them do what the decision that they think is best for them. Now, if he becomes abusive or controlling or manipulative, yes, her mother needs to step in. But if he's genuine like her, because sometimes it can genuinely happen. Yeah. If he genuinely likes her, then her mother needs to let her go through there and realize that this man is too old for her and they have nothing in common.
Yeah, so it would be very challenging.
It's a slippery slope.
Well, because they're married for the most part, so there's a legally binding thing there. And yeah, you can get things annulled down like within a certain time frame. However,
right, it's a slippery. Yeah. And that's the thing about becoming an adult. Like a lot of things, there's no right or wrong answer. It's gray area. Now, some things are right and wrong, like cut, throw and drop, black and white. But in this situation, it's really not a right or wrong, because like it could be the fact that he genuinely met.
Yeah,
like
I still think that's.
In my opinion, I feel like he groomed her.
I agree, because it's back to the 63-year-old gentleman. I am very confident, and I'm not in Iowa. I don't know the population there, but I'm very confident that he could have found someone. There's at least 40 something.
I'm pretty sure somebody on the secretary board in that choir
somebody
could have said something to
he could have approached in the court the normal way. Show interest, take on dates, get to know each other.
But that had nothing to do with her. That had everything to do with him, because of the fact he's a creeper. You gotta call a spade.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's
it.
I also like this is very,
because I'm pretty sure you had Sister Agnes or Sister Jackie.
She said Agnes. That's an old name.
There you go. You had one of them that probably was older and probably didn't look their age. Because let's face it, black don't crack. I'm gonna be 42. Black don't crack. I'm pretty sure it was a sister in there that's wearing that holy sanctified dress, and probably all her curves were curving.
Yeah.
Because again, we know women, when they go to church, they dress their best.
Yes.
They put on their Sunday's best. And this generation of 40 and 50-year-old women are not the generation 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna go to church cover up, but their dress is gonna hug every one of their curves and cover their arms and their shoulders and their knees. And
I'm pretty sure from a man of his particular cloth, there's a lot of counseling going on. So you spend time outside of the actual necessary like sermon, and you're available to get around the congregational people and talk to people, and you can kind of get an understanding of who your population is.
So here's my thing.
Go ahead.
It's my first marriage. We got counseled by a pastor.
Which is a good way to go if the pastor is on some real.
What pastor counseled them? Because if he is a man of the cloth, before he got married,
Yeah.
they were supposed to have marriage counselors.
So that's
under ordained ministers. So what minister?
So not knowing the inner works of that. So usually I would think, this is my conventional thinking, he would seek counsel with his constituents. There was some kind of form.
Who thought that was a good idea?
No, I don't think it. Well, I don't
but that's
know.
what I'm saying.
So,
as a man,
enablers.
As a man of the cloth, this is what I'm saying. That these are blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
As a man of the cloth, if you took the religion on how you were supposed to take it, you should. If you were their counselor, you should have condemned them.
Even if I was like a deacon on the board, and I was like, because you're very close to the pastor. Counting the money,
pastor, the deacon,
like,
the assistant pastor.
Yeah, I'd be like, what are we doing? I'd be like brother, such. But
as the pastor of that church,
oh man,
and if the Lord is with you, and if you have the discerning spirit, that 18-year-old should have never been appealing to you.
None. I just don't. I can't even give. No.
Again, if she was 25, I could let this slide.
Yeah, there you go. But
18, you watch this child in children's church. You watch this child do her Easter sermon.
There's a good chance he probably even at the graduation.
You gave her a graduation gift to church. So it's like you have to look at all, because again, I used to when I decided to go to church, I picked my church because I had never seen a church that said "Come as you are," and the pastor actually meant it. Like, when I started church, I didn't really understand about how to dress, and my pastor never made me feel bad. He accepted me as coming as I am, and as I grew, I learned that certain things were not appropriate for church.
Yeah.
So it's like, you watch this girl do her Easter program, her Mother's Day program.
Probably usher boy. She's probably passing out fans.
Thank you.
Showing people they see.
She probably sung in the children's choir.
When they do the little offering, she probably told them get these seats and follow the ushers. So
it's like, again, I think when somebody that's over 30 find interest in an 18-year-old.
Yeah, it's probably.
And you knew that 18-year-old prior. See, that's why I say there's no right or wrong. If you knew that 18-year-old prior to she turned 18, and you are over 30, you are at your 20s.
Yes.
I feel like you have watched that person, waited till that person got to the legal age where you will not get in trouble.
It's a problem.
It's an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an issue because at 30, you have nothing in common with an 18-year-old. You were born before that child was born.
Even though my oldest is 19, and I couldn't imagine if I was on the market, even because I have. So, for example, I have also relatives or young cousins that are just graduating, or they're just freshly grown. I speak, we show each other love, but when they start talking, it's not even fruitful, nourishing, because we're different generations.
Exactly.
Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all don't even know life yet.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up.
Like my oldest is fin to be 24.
Yeah.
Next month on the 9th. My next oldest just turned 22 yesterday. There's no, being that I have a almost 24-year-old, there is nothing I have in common with. Because in my mind is, even though you're an adult,
correct,
I have a kid your age.
Correct.
I watched this kid grow up. No, I'm not your mother, but kids pretty much follow the same path. Like, their foundation is the same. I have nothing in common. What am I gonna say? Did you grow up watching Rugrats? Like, we have nothing in common to say that we can be in a relationship. I don't care how mature you say you are. I have a child your age.
I couldn't even imagine sitting down with you at a dinner table. Like, what the fuck are we discussing?
What are we discussing? Like, we don't even understand the same music. And like, for me, music is a big thing. Yeah. We don't even understand the same music. Like I don't like our work ethic is not even the same.
Yeah, I can't
because
what can we talk about?
Again, I'm 42 and my work ethic is if a job is treating me right, I'm gonna go hard for that job.
Yeah.
This generation, it doesn't matter if a job treats them right. The minute the job tells them they're doing something wrong, they get in their feelings and they don't want to do it anymore. They don't understand that if you doing your shit and your job saying you fucking up, that's what your job is supposed to do, to tell you, hey, you need to, but they get in their feelings.
No respect for authority.
No respect for authority. Well, you get mad because if the job says something is supposed to be done a certain way, and you think this is gonna make the job easier, but you get brought up because you didn't follow the rules. You think, well, I don't. It doesn't matter what you think. They have rules in place to see if what they're trying to do work, and you don't understand.
Right. Slim just checked in. What's up,
hey,
Slim? Hey, she said, hey, gang. Hey, the two of us, but hey, set
still a gang. Hold on, what you talking about?
Gang.
Shit,
so she said 63-year-old and 28-year-old is wild, but she missed 18. So yes, that is definitely wild. So if you have not seen that clip, it's in the text thread. Watch the clip. But yeah, Slim, like we're in agreement that that's disgusting.
That's disgusting. Even if the pastor was a woman,
that's bad too.
That's bad too, because I feel like as a parent, how would you feel if somebody was talking to your 18, if somebody that's older than you were talking to your 18-year-old? Like what? Because
then, so even that dynamic you just spoke to, let's say the woman the roles were reversed, it was 63-year-old woman, an 18-year-old young man. The expectation for this man to be a man in the household is unrealistic. He has no idea how to lead properly.
None.
I mean, yeah, he can take out the goddamn trash. No. He can mow the fucking grass, but as far as the leadership protection, nothing. He doesn't even have the skills yet to do that.
I feel that way even when it comes to 18-year-olds getting married. And I want to touch on that because I feel like how do you know you're ready to be married?
You want to talk about it right now or you want to talk about it later today? Because we can reset here shortly.
Okay, let's reset. Let's reset. Talk about 18-year-olds getting married.
So I'm going to read your comment here shortly when we get back from break. We're going to reset real quick, Slim. Because even when I was 18, look, I'm going to hold my comment. We're going to right back. Come on, I'm going to make sure.
These messages.
Right back again. I'm going to make sure we have enough data, enough time. That's going to be a good time. Sorry for the noise.
I'm telling you, this subject is right on point with everything. I can't wait to tell you about it. Like,
this is refill. You good?
I think I'm good.
Right? All right, we're gonna punch right back in.
I ain't gonna get too lit because I want to get lit when I get home.
Right back. Let me go ahead and reset. Stop that. Reset. Boom. Mic. Sorry for all the noise for people watching home.
Because we're real. Y'all catch us in the raw and uncut.
And we just be
every day, every Sunday is raw and uncut with us. That's what's making us so great.
Yeah. So we're back. So real quick, Slim was saying, same thing I said, discussing that, like me, watching my son's friends grow up and start dating, she couldn't do it. Seriously, that's what we just spoke to. There's no way in hell I can sit here in the household raising my child, daughters or sons, their friends, in this case, my daughter's female friends coming through, they graduate. Let's say daddy's single now. I couldn't imagine seeing this young lady that used to be in my house, spend the night, the extra blankets.
Just because her body was like a lady.
I couldn't do it. I would feel disgusting. I couldn't do it.
Like, it's okay with saying you have grown into a beautiful young lady.
Yeah, I mean,
like you have grown. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying.
Even then, you got to be like really.
But that's why I say
delicate.
That's why I say you've grown into a beautiful young lady and leave it at that.
Yeah.
Because again, there's nothing wrong with telling a kid that you watch growing up, you grown into a beautiful young lady, or you grown into a handsome young man.
You take
and I'm proud of you. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with it. So what happens is when you that's why I say it's a slippery slope.
Earlier you talked to 18. So yes,
I think that's an issue when 18-year-olds get married. For the simple fact, from birth until 18, they have been told what to do.
Guidance for sure, leadership, all
guidance. And just
and
because
hang up to the processes.
thank you.
Yeah.
And just because you're 18 does not mean you know nothing. A lot of times, a lot of 18-year-olds don't even know how to make a doctor's appointment. So you're gonna tell me that you don't know how to make a doctor's appointment. You don't even know what you're supposed to do when it comes to getting your oil changed in your car. You don't even know that you're supposed to check the fluids in your car. So you're gonna tell me you know how to be a husband or a wife?
No. Only so, and then if whoever watches this, if you're of the same age, if you're in the age of say 17 to let's say 19, you're watching this or whatever you're watching this, if you're involved in high school, y'all graduate together, y'all go to the same college, and there's a general interest in one another, because you don't even understand love at that time either. I would recommend.
I'm not gonna say they don't understand love. I'm not even going to say that because that will
entirely. I say love entirely.
No, I'm not even gonna say it because even at our age, we never truly understand love. Because loving somebody is supposed to mean that you don't change them and you love them for who they are.
Unconditionally.
So I'm not even gonna say they don't understand love.
Okay.
I'm going to say that the fact that they have never had to do anything for themselves, the most they can do for themselves is know how to eat. Like they don't really know how to do anything for themselves, but the world has conditioned them when they turn 18. I'm grown.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gotta listen to nobody no more. But when you're grown, you know you never stop listening.
No, there's always be a boss and some.
It's always gonna be somebody that knows.
Hierarchy.
Yeah.
So I would say then, when that takes place, let's say, like I said, the example given, you have. This is where the church is supposed to be very beneficial. There's the youth ministry that you go to, singles ministry, and hopefully they can provide counseling and an understanding further of the duty we spoke about in the previous ladies' lounge, and also hold their hand to the degree where they can understand. Okay, if y'all gonna make this a thing, there's steps that should be taken, like the counseling, therapy, because you hope that they marry for their care, because they're more likely to have sex. That's given. So you want to make sure they have the right tools necessary to move forward. But
I'm gonna tell it like this.
Go ahead.
I think what people are getting misconstrued, where people be like, get married before you have a baby. People are not being real. It's not about the fact of getting married that's the way it's supposed to go. People don't understand this. The whole purpose of getting married and having this relationship before you have kids is not because that's how it's supposed to go, because you're supposed to enjoy your partner and get to just be you and them. Mm-hmm. Because once kids come along,
yes,
there's no you and that person anymore. Both of you guys are never first in each other's life until that kid turn 18.
Yeah. So
I think when people start being realistic and stop saying, well, the Bible said, no, if you love this person, both of you guys should be so selfish for at least about 5 or 6 years where you don't want any kids. So all y'all can do is to get to enjoy each other, because a lot of people, that's what happens. A lot of people have kids and they don't ever get to enjoy their partner. And then when they have one, they end up having another one. So you don't even really get to know your partner. So the whole importance of never having kids before you get married, I think people have missed the message. It's not about what the Bible says. It's about you getting to know the person because in the Bible, people got married and they got pregnant right off jump. Yeah. It was no.
That's how you conceive the marriage.
Right. It was no, you got married because these people wanted to have sex, and you're not going to have sex before you get. It never was the issue of get married, get to know each other and learn each other. And once y'all have learned each other, y'all have enjoyed each other, and you have realized that we have been with each other so much. Now we're ready to bring a person into here, because we've had 5, 6, 7 years of just us. We went on vacation, because the thing is, you're supposed to enjoy your life before you have kids, because that's why you have a lot of people that resent their kids. Yeah. That's why you have a lot of mothers, if they had kids early, when they get a certain age, they tend to be like, fuck them kids. Yeah. And people think they're wrong, because mothers are not supposed to have a life. And you have most mothers who take care of their kids, they shut down everything for their kids.
Yeah.
Again, I am a teen mother. I had my first kid when I was 16.
Yes.
I didn't start having a life until I was in my mid-30s.
Yeah.
As my kids got older and I was able to go places where I can leave my kids.
Yeah.
And that's not how it's supposed to do. So it ain't about following the Bible. It's about if for 18 years you've been told what to do. And if before you turn 18, if you have a baby, or even when you turn 18, 19, you have a baby, what life did you have that you didn't have to listen to your parents 24/7?
Correct.
So now it's like the little time you had that you didn't have to listen to your parent, now you really have to go into adulthood like your parents. When adulthood is supposed to be from 18 to about 25, you are literally supposed to be able to fuck up. Yeah. But if you have a kid, you can't fuck up because you have somebody depending on you. And some people are lucky enough to have their parents that help them. Yes. But when you have parents that don't let you be a parent to your kid, a lot of people don't learn a lesson. They don't learn a lesson, and hence that's why you end up with some people, because their life has been made easier. They continue to have kids because they didn't understand that kids are a lot.
Yeah. And Slim was saying what you said earlier in the first segment about the frontal lobe not fully developed until 25. So she kind of just basically echoed what you spoke to earlier. But she was saying she's probably looking at benefits. I guess the dynamic in regards to the lady being older and the young man, or vice versa. Someone looking for benefits, dating someone that's older.
Yeah.
But they come up with they will say.
But see, it's a lot of layers, because a lot of times, and I'm a transparent person. A lot of time when girls have kids early, it's because they don't feel love at home. And unfortunately, we as women, we think having a kid will give us unconditional love. And don't get me wrong, having kids give you unconditional love. But that's when the cycle starts, when you look for something that a kid was never supposed to give you. Mm. A kid is not supposed to give you unconditional love. You are supposed to give your kid unconditional love. But if you have never experienced unconditional love, because maybe your mother had you young, she didn't know what she was doing, and her mother had her young, that's a cycle. So it's like you're having kids to get what you never had. And then it's like when you have us having kids, and you have no shades to fathers, because there are some good fathers out here. But when you have men that their love for their kids based on how they feel about that woman, then when they no longer like that woman, they don't like their kids, and then now we're stuck to raise a kid that we thought that you loved us, and we thought that we were going to do this together. Because a lot of times women will be okay with not being with that man if that man just co-parent.
Okay.
And a lot of men don't want to co-parent if they can't be with that woman.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to uncover in this, and it's a lot of things that has to be broken. But unfortunately, the way the world works and the way people's brain works, until people come back to accountability and understanding they have to own up to their actions and stand in their truth. This is a cycle that will not break. It might thin out, but just like bad news travel quicker than good news, we will never really truly know the people who are working on themselves and becoming better parents. Because when parents are bad, that shit outweighs every good parent. So anytime you have a good parent, and I know we all off the subject, but all this ties into each other. Anytime you have good parents, and the minute the kid is a entitled kid, and they say a parent doesn't love them for this or they do this, we automatically assume that kid is right, because you have so many bad parents out here that dog their kids out. So it is easier to believe that a good parent is just like a bad parent, because why would you feel that way if your parent ain't bad? I know we all off the subject, y'all.
No, you good.
This is a good one today.
But so to circle back, so Mo, if Mo is available to wherever availability is, a young man, 30, approaches you the right way, because he don't know how old you are. He just see you as attractive. He comes up, y'all in the same vicinity, as far as it could be a a festival. It could be a charitable organization that got something they throw in a banquet or some shit. Comes to you right away. You find out, people may not know each other's age currently in that moment because y'all just kind of speaking. Y'all may exchange numbers, date, number one. He tells you his age.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
What would you do? Was he just enjoy the meal? I appreciate it, young man. This is fun. However,
I think I would enjoy the meal and I wouldn't let it go any farther because of the fact, no matter how it seems, you have your life together. And you can have your life together.
Yes.
What if this 30-year-old man doesn't have any kids?
So those things will be discussed on day one.
No, but I'm like, seriously.
You're right, because he gonna want.
What if he doesn't have any kids? I am 42. Not only do I not want any more kids, I can't have any more kids.
Correct. So you can't get one of these.
And there's no way I would untie my tubes just to give you a child because in my experience with life, I've given men kids.
Yes. Because
I thought that this was it. And in my mind, what if I do go through all this and I give you a kid and I end up another single mother? For one, I would never want to have another kid because my mother is not here. I would never want to tell my child about their grandmother where they don't have any memory of their grandmother. So if you wanting a kid and that is something that should be a deal breaker for that person. I know I am an awesome person and I am I lost my train of word. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I will upgrade your life. Yeah. But if you don't have any kids.
So scratch that then. Let's say the young man is 35 now.
Okay, 35.
He has a child. Now he's shown you proof that him and the mother of the child they're not together.
I can do 35. I can do that 30.
And that's not going to impede on y'all relationship because he has no control. He may get his child every other week. Whatever.
I hope he would because I would never talk to a man that doesn't have a relationship with his kid. Yeah. If I could make you have a relationship with your kid, that's a problem.
Yes.
There's a problem and a disconnect because that's where my age comes in. I have never stopped. If my kid's father don't have a relationship, it has nothing to do with me. So if I have to make you have a relationship with your kids, that means your relationship with your child is conditional on.
So 35, that's
I can do 35.
So 9 to 10-year window is fine.
I'm 30. I'm 42. That's good enough. Okay. Like 33 is my limit, and it's kind of like, but I was like, I can do 33 because even though I know I'm going to be 42, I don't have the mindset of a 42. Not saying I'm not mature, but I'm not stuck in my way.
Also, there's another curveball to you.
Come on, throw me a curveball.
Now, flip the other side. A 56, 60-year-old man, like what you see.
With me and my age I am now?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that because of the fact of I'm 42, because I know I think the only way it wouldn't work if he would act like a how old you said?
56, 66.
If he would act like a 56-year-old man and not have any life in him, I think that would be the deal breaker because I am full of energy and I'm okay with if you're 56. But if you don't ever want to do anything, you don't ever want to go anywhere, like we have nothing in common because I know this thing can be easily fixed if you have some type of active life. Like we don't have to always do something, but I like doing things. I like going to events and you want to be in the bed at 8 o'clock. What is we doing? We don't have anything.
Well, you say, it's Wednesday. I'm a little tired today. Now, I'm not saying go to bed every night at 8 o'clock, but it is Wednesday.
And I understand that, but like if it's something I want to do, I'm not going to spring it on you last minute because as an adult, I know springing things on last. I'm going to let you know in advance, so I'll be like, hey, this is what I want to do. Yeah. Now, will I not go do what I want to do just because you want to go sleep? No, I'm still going to go do it. I would like to do with you, but because my life is not revolved around who I'm with, if you say you don't want to go, that's fine, but that lets me know we can't have an active life. And I know the one thing about getting old, what keeps you young is not being in the club, but having a life outside of just working.
Yes.
You know, you don't have to every night, you don't have to go anywhere, but if that's something, event that's classic that causes us to dress up, why can't we go? I'm not saying let's go to Sipples. I'm not saying let's go to Twa. I'm saying, hey, it's a classy event where we're dressed up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Why can't we go? If I told you the month in advance,
yeah.
Why can't we go?
We both put it on our calendars.
Why can't we go?
Yeah,
because I'm gonna go with or without you.
Got you. I'm assuming. Well, I can't assume. If the man he's 60, he wants a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Things are going well.
Mm-hmm.
Proposal. Obviously, you say yes. I'm assuming. Then of course you'd be willing to. Let's say you say, "Babe, why don't you move in with me?" He's showing you that you can take care of business. Yeah,
I enjoy being a wife.
You gonna make your make
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Both go and move in.
Yes.
Become the queen of the house.
Yes.
Chill out. Say less. Still do your things there.
I want a man that's gonna make me where I don't have to be independent. Cause I fucking hate being independent. Am I independent as fuck?
Yeah.
Do I like it? No. But will I stop doing it? No, not until a man has taken me out the area where I don't have to be independent. Because I've had that before. I know what it is for a man to make me not be independent. I know exactly what it is. I know my role as a wife, and as traditional as it is. Mm-hmm. I don't mind doing the traditional. I don't mind doing the cooking and the cleaning and the making sure the kids are okay.
Bring that back.
And I don't mind doing it, but again, what I require is what I can give. But you have to be the man that if I check off all the boxes that you're looking for in a woman, are you the man that I am okay with checking off the boxes? Because I am a good woman not because of that man. I'm a good woman because of me. Just like you're going to reap the benefits that when you touch me, I'm soft. You're going to reap the benefit that I take the time to put in work with myself. And this has nothing to do with a man. This has everything to do with me. So that's the thing about being a good woman or a man. What you do is not for that person. It is for that person to reap the benefits. Because if I'm only doing it for you, then eventually you're going to see through what I'm doing. Yes. But if I take the time to have self-care for myself, yes, then you would see that, oh, she's a delicate woman. Oh, she's like, and I know it doesn't seem like much, but you know how many times you can run up on somebody and their body's rough. Yeah. People don't think how important lotion is to make your body soft. Correct. People don't think how important it is to take the time to do a face regimen. People don't think that because people are so busy, but those are the things. Like when we talk about women are being, those are feminine things. No, for real. Taking the time to make sure, even if you didn't go get your nails, just taking the time to make sure your feet are not rough. Mm-hmm. Those are a feminine thing, and it shouldn't be done just because you have a man. That's something that should be embedded in your DNA because you are a woman. And as a caliber of a woman, that should be something you should want when you're laying in bed by yourself and you touch yourself and you're like, oh, my skin is so soft. Yeah. Not I'm making my skin soft for a man. I'm making my skin soft because as I get older, the skin tends to get rough. Yeah. And if I don't work on it when my skin is still soft, trying to catch up after I'm all crusty and it's going to be hard. Yeah. It's going to be hard. So it's like I'm a caliber of woman I am and know how to treat a man, not because of a man. It's because what I require is what I can give. Yeah. And if I require you to be a type of man that is considerate and pays attention to my needs, I am a woman that I am considerate and can pay attention to a man's needs. And looking for whoever that man is, he gets to reap the benefits that I worked on me to be what he's looking for and didn't even know that I was being what he's looking for.
So there you go, gents. So any final thoughts on this particular subject in this particular situation?
That preacher was wrong, and I feel like as his congregation, they should, I'm going to say, dethrone him because he is not the type of person that you should want to lead you. Because if this man was a man of God, that would not even happen. Because first of all, I understand we have young preachers, and sometimes young preachers are not married. I get it. But at the age he is, where is his wife? And maybe she passed away. I said she passed away. But out of all the people in the church, you didn't see another lady that was a God-fearing woman that you were like, this is who I want to spend the rest of my life. You seen a girl that's probably still questioning her religion, probably questioning her sexuality. Yeah. You thought that would make a perfect first lady again.
That's another thing. Yeah.
We didn't even talk about that. She is the first lady of the church.
Yeah.
Now, the first lady is supposed to be the right-hand man of the man that is leading you through God. Like, this man is supposed to sit down and have a conversation with God, and God is supposed to give him a message to give to you every Sunday, every Wednesday.
And also, the people of the church look up to the first lady as a.
So how I am 42 years old.
Yeah, you're not sitting there looking big.
What can this 18-year-old girl tell me about God? And don't get me wrong, I know God uses he don't use perfect people. He has shown us throughout the Bible, Moses, Noah, goddamn Saul, Daniel. He has shown us time and time again. He does not use perfect people. Yeah. The only person of a young age he has ever used to give a message was Jesus. Yeah. Everybody else was old. Yeah. Like whatever the biblical years is, they were old. Jesus was the only person from birth up until he was crucified that he has used as an example. He has never used any other baby as an example of how life is supposed to be. So if God himself has only used his own son as an example from birth up until that man was crucified in his 30s, and everybody else was hundreds and hundreds of years old, what can an 18-year-old teach me about the word of God if just by being a first lady of a church for a man that's old enough to be possibly her great-granddaddy? Now, if God used her and she was not his wife, that's fine. But as a first lady, her job is to rear up the other women in church. She don't even know how to be a lady herself. What a big pressure she has on her. What a weight on her shoulder. Like, I know women carry the weight on her shoulder, but that's an unnecessary weight on her shoulder. They put that weight in the hips. That's an unnecessary weight on her shoulder. So no, I think he was wrong. Disgusting. And I think she was manipulated. And he probably used, and I'm pretty sure it was probably a big church. He got her through her money because this generation see money, not love. They equate love with money and finances. So there you have it, guys. He fucked up, disgusting. But hey, let God be within. Hopefully that little girl eyes open up and realize that that is not who's for her. Yep, we're gonna find. Yes, because I mean, honestly, I know men can have kids till they're old, but that's you being selfish. What if she want kids? Yeah. So that means if for some reason she get pregnant, her kid daddy is probably gonna die before the kid get old. Yeah, that's a good chance. He may not be around for graduation. He might not be around for kindergarten graduation. So where can they find Mo if they want to find Mo? It's your girl Mo. You guys can find me on TikTok at MoSo82. Please follow me. I'm very interested and funny. You guys can follow me on Instagram at MoSo_82. And also, if you just want my personal page, you follow me on Facebook at Monica L. Houston. I've never told you guys that, but why not? I'm transparent. Okay. And if you guys are looking to be locked and loaded, because what I do is what I do best, you can find me on Facebook on my business page at Locks Dressing Things LLC, where I'm also proud to make your nephew also happy. Get locked with me. It was a stupid shit. I fucked that. But anyway, Cloud said the third aka the Phoenix. Hey, subscribe to the channel here. Find me on, of course, YouTube for the same full name, Clyde Wendell Slater III. Go watch all my independent short films. I got some great information here recently. I'm gonna be in Clarity too. Yeah, she's definitely. I'm gonna be the man of your female character. I'm not gonna let him live that down. The Devil's Lobby had an update yesterday as of this recording. It's looking to be about 40 minutes. So ooh, that's what I was told. Ooh, so y'all started recording it? No, we already recorded. Really? That was last year. We recorded last year. Just that he editing life. He's busy. Shout out to, of course. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Devil's Lobby is going to be about probably 40 minutes, he said. Awesome. So, and look, stay tuned. Subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Get out of here. Goodbye. Peace. Real quick and get this going, get this off, and then we go. Bye, Slim. I love you. Yeah, thanks, Slim, for joining the chat. Providing some kind of help with the algorithms. Let me pause this off real quick. Stop this. Then we're going to stop this.
chat live, in stream. Yes. Oh, hold on.